What could be more fun than being locked in a mall and being able to use anything you get your hands on? How about being locked in a zombie-filled mall and having to use anything you can get your hands on to kill them? Enter the simple yet awesome concept of Dead Rising. Dead Rising Chop to You Drop is a Wii port of the original Xbox title. There are differences between the two titles, but most are only noticeable if you're quite familiar with the original. The most noticeable one is the lack of the 3-day time limit, but we aren't here to compare, so let's move on. The story of Dead Rising goes that you are Frank West, a gung-ho photojournalist hell-bent on finding out what is going on in the small town of Willamette, Colorado. He hires a helicopter pilot to bring him to the mall, where most of the ruckus is happening, and tells him to pick him up in 3 days. There, he finds out the disturbing truth. The town has been turned into zombies. But this isn't enough for Frank. He has to find out what has happened and why. Between zombie-killing fun, you'll dive deeper and deeper into this mystery. Zombies in a mall has been done before in Night of the Living Dead. In that movie, it was used as a sociological statement about consumerism. This game seems to keep that statement, but it also adds its own into the mix, modernizing it a bit. You clue onto it rather easily. They say a good part of it at one point, but I don't want to give it away. I gotta get you to play the game one way or another. The gameplay is pretty basic. You either grab something and hit zombies with it, or grab a gun and shoot the zombies with it. The way you finish them off depends on the item you're holding. You can knock off their heads with a bat, use a sword to slice them in half, or grab a lawnmower and... yeah. You can keep things easy and stick with one awesome weapon, but with the amount of killing you'll have to do, this might make the gameplay as mindless as the zombies you're smashing. Now let's talk about using your guns. As you would expect, you use your Wiimote to point and shoot who you want. I just have one problem with this: you can't shoot while moving. You press and hold B, Frank stands still, then you aim and shoot with A. Why not make it so you can point and shoot at any point just using B as the trigger? The missions in this game are pretty basic too. Find blank person in the blank store and bring him back safely. Exceptions for missions that are important to the story. There are also boss battles that can offer a pretty good challenge, and you can level up Frank by destroying the undead and completing missions, and upgrade your weapons by finding cash. These things keep the game from getting too monotonous. The story is classic zombie-killing mayhem with classic zombie symbolism. The game is fun for random carnage, but can get boring if you don't mix it up yourself. All in all, it's a pretty cool game. My advice is not to take this game too seriously, and just take it for what it is, an excuse for zombie killing. Oh, and one more thing I can't forget to tell you, and this makes the game a lot easier. Oh, whoa, whoa! Oh, just a minute there, I gotta use the mic here. Take that! And that! And this! And take that!